Well, the first postseason game of 2018, and it has not disappointed. We're moving on deeper into the night in the NL wildcard game tonight back at Wrigley Field, where tonight's is officially the longest postseason game in ballpark history by innings and by time. And despite all that, the Wrigley faithful has not left its collective seat. I'll tell you who's loving this game even more than fans of the Rockies and the Cubs are the folks in Milwaukee, because whoever gets to Miller Park to start that division series is going to be plumb tuckered out.
Well, especially, I mean, look at the Cubs alone. They've utilized 3 of their starters, their top 3 starters tonight: John Lester, Cole Hamels, and now Kyle Hendricks.
So Hendricks continues, and he goes to work on DJ LeMahieu to start things out in the 13th. LeMahieu, Arenado, and Story. And LeMahieu behind 0-2. Former National League batting champ. That came in 2016 when he edged out Daniel Murphy, then a National. DJ was hitless in last year's wild card loss to the Diamondbacks. A ball and 2 strikes. A career high 15 home runs for LeMahieu this year. At the age of 30, the prime of his career, a free agent at season's end. A very important part of the Rockies' recent success. You mentioned LeMahieu's batting title. There are a bunch of them on this roster. Two left-handed hitters and a couple from the right side. Popped him up. And that's the first out in the 13th.
Hendricks, who holds an economics degree from Dartmouth. This is the matchup of the night right here. And if you're the Rockies, these are your 2 chances, Batman and Robin. And I would not be surprised to see Arenado go up there with a game plan, look soft and ambush first pitch and try to go Jimmy Jacks to left center field.
Well, Nolan Arenado has taken Kyle Hendricks deep twice in his career, 6 for 22 lifetime against his current adversary. 1 out, bases empty. We can say this if you're watching us in the Eastern time zone. Later on today, the A's and Yankees in the American League wildcard game in the Bronx. That'll be on TBS.
You could throw it to them. Sending it to New York.
Just might
folks.
happen. Liam Hendricks for Oakland in a bullpen game. Luis Severino for the Yankees. And Arenado scalds the ball on the ground to second. Zobrist has it, and there are 2 away. The winner here tonight goes to Milwaukee. A short drive. They'll be none the wearier after this long one to play the Brewers. Braves and Dodgers also begin on Thursday, and in the American League, the A's Yankees winner goes to Boston. Indians and Astros, those 2 series start Friday night.
So if you're Hendricks here, 2 outs, you have the last guy in this side of the lineup that can actually hurt you. You have Chris Bryant at third base protecting the line, and you have the outfield way back for no doubles.
A couple of hits tonight for Trevor Story. A bouncer that's going to sneak through into left.
And that's a win for the Cubs. Trevor Story, the most potent hitter in this lineup, the power that he's shown, especially coming back from his injury. So if you get a sneaky ground ball that finds a hole in the 5-6 hole against Kyle Hendricks, this is a win. 2 outs. You take this every day for the Cubs.
And because Brian is hugging the line properly, staying away from the double, a single sneaks through. No harm, no foul.
Trainer came out and paid a little attention to Javi Baez after he slid on the outfield grass there, but it appears Javi's okay to continue. So you've got to be thinking here as time is taken now, and Jim Hickey's going to come out to visit with his reliever. You've got to be thinking about the Rockies getting Trevor Story to second. And Trevor's a guy that can steal a base. 27 in 33 attempts. It's a night where the extra base hit has been few and far between.
And Buster, we've talked about this. In games like this, everybody takes out the driver and they want to be a hero. They want to hit a home run. I remember when I was with the Yankees, anytime we had a game like this, Torre would meet the entire team on the top step and say, hey, no home runs, think small, and big things will happen.
So here's Parra now. He had a great plate appearance in the 11th against Cole Hamels. It started 0-2 that ended up as a base on balls as he takes a strike.
Alex, you talked about that, thinking small. If you're sitting above Black's shoes at this point, are you tempted, as Matt was talking about, maybe just, you know what, we're going to put the game in motion one way or another?
Well, this is a combination, Buster, that has been easier to run on. In 13 stolen base attempts against Kyle Hendricks on the mound, 10 have been successful. Victor Caratini, who's taken over behind the plate, has caught less than 30% of would-be thieves. The numbers say go. Parra with a base hit into right. Story to third.
Little dead fish here by Hendricks. Leaves it up just a bit. And with the hole open, Parra takes full advantage of it. Right there. Beautiful hole for a left-handed hitter. Parra, being an experienced hitter, takes that changeup and hooks it.
It's going to come down now to Tony Wolters, who will take a strike.
So, Buster, to answer your question, agreeing with Matt, that last pitch there, 1-6. So Parra can almost walk to second base and not get thrown out.
And Wolters behind 0-2. Wolters, who more or less split catching duties with Chris Arenado during the regular season, just 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position and 2 out this year, and backed up against an 0-2 count.
There's a running situation. They can try to do a little double steal here. So what Parra did right there, he had a fake steal, and Javi Baez never moved. That means that Contreras is not throwing to second base. If you're Contreras, you want to come out and read through the signs again, because now they know the coverage. He should walk to second now.
Wolters with a base hit up the middle, and the Rockies have taken the lead. 3 straight 2-out singles. Colorado back on top.
You can say all you want about home runs, swings and misses, and launches. In October, it's about contact, it's about little baseball. 1-2 changeup, thinking small and big things happening, just like Mr. Torre used to say. Big hit for the Rockies.
Boy, October finds the most unlikely heroes, and it's Tony Wolters, who doesn't even get into the game until the 13th on an 0-2 count, that comes up with what might be the biggest hit of his career.
He saw 3 straight consecutive changeups. Missed the first 2. Finally, you couldn't get a third past him. He sneaks a ground ball up the middle to take the lead.
So that's all for Hendricks. With the fire still hot, the Cubs will make another pitching change. 2-1 Rockies. Will be right back.
If you go 3 consecutive changeups to any batter, that is the pitch of Kyle Hendricks to lefties, but Tony Wolters makes him pay in a huge way. Gets Kyle Hendricks out of the game, and now Jorge De La Rosa takes over for the Cubs.
Another slice of irony, as it'll be the Rockies' winningest all-time pitcher working in relief for the Cubs, who'll try to strand a very important run at third. Split his time between the Diamondbacks and Cubs since coming to Arizona in August. De La Rosa's been great. Pitched to a 1.29 bullpen ERA. And a breaking ball evens accounted 1-1 to David Dahl.
And for De La Rosa, his best pitch, his money pitch, is a split finger with power at third base. You got to be careful not to bounce it.
One and two to Dahl. You know, the chances of 3 straight 2-out singles aren't very good in any context at any time in the game. When you consider these circumstances, a truly unusual way for the Rockies to scratch out a run for the first time since the first out of the night.
Well, and Matt, because they were soft contact singles, that's what allowed Trevor Story to easily get to third base. And that, it wasn't that the ball was getting crushed to hit Kyle Hendricks. It was that approach, Alex, that you talked about. Off the end of the bat, off the hands. No barrel, but enough to get through.
But the point is, you got to make contact. And they made soft contact. And there's the wild pitch we're talking about. And that's De La Rosa, money pitch, the split finger. Nice stop for Contreras. You see the split finger there. He just spiked it. Very athletic play by Contreras.
Saves a run for the moment. It did get Wolters into scoring position, second and third, the 2-2. Strikeout ends the inning. But the Rockies scratch out their first run in the better part of 4 hours.